Hey everyone, I hope everybody's doing well here. It's getting to be fall, at least in my neck of the woods here in Tennessee. We're finally starting to get some cooler weather, which is nice. This morning I thought I would do a quick little project that is anyone can do it, and you don't need a lot of material, you don't need a lot of experience. It's something useful. And it can make your items look good. It's just a simple lanyard using a snake knot. And I believe there's another name for it out there. But I'm not sure what it is. I'll see if I can find it. And I have put this lanyard on my brand spanking new Kershaw Launch 11 pocket knife. And I've got to admit, this is... I think it's just an awesome looking, dead sexy looking knife. I was looking for something that was lightweight, small, for everyday carry. A lot of times I carry a Spyderco Delica 4 that I put some titanium scales on instead of the plastic. And it's heavy compared to something like this. So one thing that's neat about this is an automatic knife or spring assisted opening. So you push this little button or plunger here and the blade pops out. Now it's not a true switch blade, it's just an assisted opening knife. When you want to close it, you have to push the button and close the blade and it locks in place. So this is not a knife review. There are people that have reviewed the Kershaw Launch 11. Let's take a look at them if you're interested in it. But I am a little bit of a knife person. And I do tend to put lanyards on most of my carry knives. In any case, if you're interested in learning how to do this, stick around and I'll give you a quick overview on how you can put a snake knot lanyard on your items as well. Stay tuned. Getting this started, take your cord, and your cord should be a little more than twice as long as you want your lanyard to be. I like to have a little bit extra because it makes it easier to tie the knots and leaves me plenty of extra. So I can snug it down towards the end of the lanyard, and I can always cut off the extra. It's obviously not a big deal. It gets frustrating when you're not quite long enough and you want to go one more knot to make it look good and you don't have enough there at the end to work with. So and again, you can use paracord. Most people use paracord. You can use braided leather cord. You could use a solid leather cord, shoelaces, whatever you want. So, I know you can't see the working ends here because of the length, but run them through whatever lanyard hole or attachment you have. And you'll have a left side and a right side, whatever that looks like for you. And this is a really simple knot to do. You take your left side, bring it over the right, come around behind it, like so. And you want to leave a loop here. Take your right hand end, bring it behind the left, over the top, and down through this loop here. So if you can see that, so bring it under the left, over top, and through this loop that you made. And once you get it, looks like a mess, and kind of work it to where you want it to sit and start to snug it down. You kind of work with the two ends and you have your first knot. And you want to make sure you leave enough play up here that it'll move how you want it to. Now it's important to keep your piece oriented the same way so your knots all go the same direction because they're slightly directional. So again, take your left, go over the right, around behind, leave your loop here. Take your right hand, go behind, your left, over the top and through the loop, and then snug her up. And again, I don't like to just totally crank down on it as hard as I can. I like to leave a little bit of flex in my lanyards. Some may disagree. And also it's good to try to keep them as uniform looking as possible so the knots look the same. And I'm not sure I'm sold on this look, but we'll keep going with it. I can cut it off later if I don't like it. So again, it's over the right, underneath, left goes under, I'm sorry, the right goes under the left, over top, through the loop. And you just repeat this until you get to the end. So snug that up the way I want it. So I'll speed this up and I'll keep going until I get to the end. So enjoy the mood music. Okay, so here I think I've got enough length of the main part I want. Just a couple things. A lot of people, you can put a bead at the top if you want to use a bead. Some people will put one at the top, they'll add them in the middle. I do mine usually at the end, and they don't really serve any significant purpose other than looks. It's just something to kind of dress up your lanyard a little bit. So this one I like to do at the end. So it's a simple process of threading that in there. Try to get them, keep my two working ends oriented the same way. And then it's a matter of simply doing another knot or two, just like the others. Kind of snug them down. That will hold your bead in place. Usually I only do one. The one thing nice about the snake knot is it tends to hold its self in place. So I think that's good. Take a pair of scissors, trim off the extra, and I like to leave a little bit on the ends. And since this is braided cord, I'll probably put a drop of super glue on here. Obviously, if you're using paracord or some braided cord, synthetic cord, you would want to melt the ends with a lighter or something to keep them from coming undone. So here's your finished lanyard. Hopefully you've got yours done, or you'll do yours soon. You can do it on pretty much anything that has a hole. You can actually use this snake knot. It's really good for zipper pulls as well. A lot of my stuff I use for outdoor use. I use brightly colored paracord, blaze orange, to make it easier if I drop something in the ground, which I do a lot. I can see it more easily. Some cord has reflective material in it, like this cord on the saw here. That little gray streak is reflective material that's useful. So give it a try. It's something fun to do. It's easy, doesn't take much time, and gives your everyday carry items and your outdoor items kind of a neat little look. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.